Talking Again podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Fidel of Talking Again podcast. In this episode, we interview Jaime and Chris Reyes, 2/3 of Rambling Alcoholics.
All right, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Rambling Alcoholics is a family-owned and operated podcast. These guys are doing some amazing things. I mean, they have a network, for crying out loud. If there's a right way of doing it, I believe this is the right way. But don't take it from me. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think on the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Available on all platforms. Thank you. Now let's tap into it.
Oh wait,
Yeah, you had to go back in.
Yeah,
and delete shit.
we've said some stuff. When I mean we, I mean him. He said some stuff.
I listen to the show, right? So for you to say that you had to go back and edit a couple things, I can't imagine what you fucking said, because it's like already like there's time. I told you there's times I listen. I go, oh, by the way, we started the show. This.
Oh, we have?
Yeah. This is
I kind of figured.
my guest Jaime Reyes.
Because he was
right
so nonchalant about his own life.
here. And then we got Chris Reyes over here.
Yes.
2/3 of the Rambling Alcoholics.
Yes.
So,
we rest in peace, Mr. Lou.
Rest in peace.
Fuck, you already killed him off?
Not yet.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I understand. So.
He's just standing, Mr. He was talking about the whiskey, like the tequila, like it was wine. That was Mr. Lou right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Except he had to like hold his ear and
And say Adam cheese.
Yeah,
We're good.
No, you can't replace Mr. Lou. That guy he's a savant.
Don't.
That guy
Don't.
is. You know how they say never meet your heroes? I never want to meet the guy. I don't ever want to meet the guy because I'll be this. Hopefully I won't be disappointed, but I just don't want.
Oh, you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
They're going back to his thing about editing again twice, and one of the times I couldn't edit it, so I had to bleep it out.
Yeah.
So and anybody who knows the episode and lets me know, I'll throw in a shirt. If you can name the episode in which you hear like a couple bleeps.
oh, that was me?
Yeah, that was you had said something, but when I took it off, I go, it kills the momentum, it kills the story we're trying to tell them. Rambling is like you're telling a story. Like it's like, I can take it off. And I was just scratching my head. I had like 3 cups of coffee. And I'm like, dude, I need to figure this out. And at the end, I'm like, you know what? Jerry Springer did a great job, bleeped everything out. Yeah. So I bleeped them out. If you guys can remember that episode and let me know, and the marker, so I can confirm it, you'll get a free shirt.
You gotta leave it. Make sure you leave it on the comment down below on the YouTube or Instagram.
Yes, I'm gonna put it down for sure. I'm gonna put it down.
Live,
Put it down for sure.
That's interesting. Obviously I can't win, right?
Hey, I didn't say. Well, I gotta talk to the lawyer, but I didn't say nothing. Yeah, you can participate.
Yeah,
you'll wear it here. I mean, you just said you wear other people's stuff, so it's advertising for me, dude.
There you go. We'll do it. Welcome to the show, you guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate you guys' time. First of all right, I got to get that out of the way because I know I'll forget. 2, again, the Rambling Alcoholics, also part of Rambling Network, which is a part of fucking.
Oh, we have so many, dude.
I called it the family podcast. It's family podcasting at its finest.
Yes,
pretty much.
Right?
Everybody.
It's all family.
You with your brother, my brother and I, us, and then my brother. It's just a revolving door of just family.
Yeah,
and it's fun. We get along very well.
We're interesting people.
Yeah.
To a certain point.
Yeah, to a certain point.
That really was my intention when I started podcasting, was to get my family to come onto the show so we can talk and they can what I had called it was like leave digital footprints behind.
Yeah.
Right? So they can, obviously you guys have 4 years in it. That's like a fucking Bible.
Yeah.
Like
literally.
you guys are working on the Bible, right? The Reyes Bible, which is awesome again. But really quick before I forget, it's Fever and the Pitch.
Yes.
You and your brother. There's Geek In, Geek Out.
Geek In, Geek Out is me and him and Penny and TT Barnum and Bailey.
Mm-hmm. And then you also have cleaning the table
with Miss Kitty with my wife.
Kitty, which she's not as active, but she
when she can, she does.
When she can, she does. Obviously, the Rambling Alcoholics, and there's one more, the J and B-Ray
boxing podcast. Yeah.
So, guys, that's a lot. Isn't there the 2 Utes? What happened with 2 Utes?
I don't know what had happened.
Now we ran out of hosts, but it's kind of hard, like you said, right now with COVID. People are still trying to come out, and we're trying to go back with like a couple of podcasters, Dipso, Maniac Podcast. There's a couple podcasts that we did it through Zoom.
Yeah.
But now we want to go to their place.
We're gonna go visit them.
Ah.
So
we're
we
gonna
want
so we're gonna be traveling to Utes.
Oh, that's pretty.
Well, that was always the original idea.
Oh, was
Tuyuts
it?
was supposed to be the idea, like
To travel and go to different venues
Yeah.
or whatever.
so. Like originally, we were supposed to go to Nevada to go visit a podcast. I forgot the name of the podcast. No, it was Arizona. We were supposed to go meet up in Arizona with Dangerous World Podcast. It was a conspiracy theory podcast. Check them out. Shout out to them. And we had already planned it out. We go, hey, let's go to Arizona. We'll go to Phoenix for a couple of days, and then we'll go to shoot with them. These guys already had set up a bar. They even set up a place where we can go record. Let's do it. And then afterwards, we were gonna go up north to go visit another podcast. And I go, dude, we could just take this on the road.
Vegas, right?
Vegas, yeah, my bad. It was Vegas.
Yeah.
And I forget those guys' name.
No,
they
I
do
remember.
a internet radio show
Oh, okay.
in
Yeah,
Vegas,
yeah.
and they were like, "You dude, come down. We'll do your show. You do our shows again, but
Yeah.
live." And we're like, "We can take this on the road. Like, go visit the podcast and do two youths there." And fucking COVID hit, and we're like, "Shit,
Yeah.
let's do Zoom." So we did a bunch of Zoom calls, and we made a lot of relationships with people. And the one thing we said after the show, when COVID's over, we got to meet up. Whether
Yeah.
we go to you, whether it be OCupid the podcast, which they're in Pennsylvania, whether we go there or they come to us,
Damn.
we want to do it live.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing we've been working on.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
with
When
everything.
we could travel around. That'd be fun.
That'd be a great way to like travel and get to know different cities and shit. That's an awesome idea. I think you guys should definitely do that and then get a fucking pimped out. Well, it would be hard to drive all the way to like Pennsylvania, but it would be badass to get a fucking car. Maybe when you keep it tri-state area and you're not gonna fly, you drive out to like
the
whatever.
Rambling Mobile.
Yeah.
Seriously, right? That was kind of an idea. I'm like, dude, if we just like if I buy like a little small little like Volkswagen or little wagon
Yeah.
and I just pimp it out and be like the Rambling Wagon, and we're going, we're going state to state, podcast to podcast. Let's do it like that.
Why don't you just go crazy and get a party bus? Get yourself a driver.
Well, you get the driver drunk too.
Seriously, that driver would lose
Drive
his
off
license.
a cliff or something.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody that out here in Covina, they had a shuttle that was, I forgot the name of it. They're not around anymore. They only did it for like 2 years, but it was instead of a beer, like beer, drinking beer and a party bus, it was Bud, right? Smoking, they'd smoke.
Sure.
So what they did was, this goes about getting the driver drunk. What they did was they had to get some kind of plexiglass and really like cock the whole thing, the cockpit,
So he get
so that he doesn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
high. And they had to get CHP out there, and they did a numerous amount of tests so that the driver was never going to get affected as they're driving around. And then so that for 2 years it was pretty successful. Pandemic hit.
Pandemic screwed everything up.
Yeah. So then everything went back because their thing was it was Bud and Brews. So they would go to dispensaries, and then from there, after the dispensary, they would go to breweries
oh damn.
and go drink at the brewery. So it was a great concept. It's just that again, everything was closed down, pandemic. So what else are you gonna do, right? But anyways, good idea. Your
Yeah.
Rambling Mobile, we'll look out for that. That's
Seriously, look out for it. While you're that, where you looking out to get some merch?
Yes.
I gotta plug it in once in a while.
Where did the whole idea? Where did it start? The podcasting? How? Because I know obviously you're a fan of podcasting. You listen to it.
Yeah.
Where did it start for you? The idea of like, you know what? Let me just start one on my own, and I'm gonna bring in. Not only that, I'm gonna bring in my family.
It was us on every Friday. I started contacting Whiskey J more, and he would like every Friday like, hey, roll through. There was like a table in the middle. We would just start talking, shooting the shit, drinking beers, getting drunk. And his wife is like, you guys should record this.
Oh wow.
But he's been wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And she told him, do it now or don't do it at all.
Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. And that's when we started doing that. And we did a little pilot. She recorded it without us knowing. We watched Alien Covenant, was it?
Yeah.
And whatever happened to that?
We couldn't find it. So she recorded us like we were pissed drunk. We were like 3-4 cases of Modelo in.
Break time.
And she was on the couch and she just like recorded us, and we're like talking about Michael Fassbender, right? And the scene where he's like with
himself.
he's trying to kiss himself, and we're like, dude, we're like, what do you think he'd fuck himself? And it was like a half-hour conversation whether you would fuck yourself if you saw yourself, would you fuck yourself? And my wife's cracking up, and the next day I wake up and she goes, you guys talked so stupid last night. I'm like, we did? She goes, I recorded it. I'm like, no, you didn't. She goes, and I posted it on YouTube. And it says 2 drunk guys talking Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
That was a title. And I'm like, no way. Like a week passed by, there was like 30 views. And I'm like, 30 views in a week? And I was like, I mean, I didn't know about numbers at the time. I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what motivated me because I've always wanted to do something in radio or well, not radio, something. But like I know microphone. Like I think I've never told the story. In high school, I took like a little test that tells you, hey, you know, this is the type of profession you would do.
Okay.
And I did it, and it came out as a radio personality was the 5th on the list.
Oh wow.
What's it called? Aptitude test or
Yes.
something like that? Yeah.
So it was politician, lawyer, real estate agent,
Used car salesman,
insurance salesman,
okay,
Close.
and radio personality.
Wow.
And I was like, radio. And I was like, I like radio. I like talking. I like music.
Yeah.
I want free shit. So I put, I was going to try to major in communications. And then my counselor was like, that's not a career.
Oh, come on.
She told me that's not a career.
What?
You need to pick something serious. And I'm like, I don't know. Computer science? She's all, do you know what that is? I'm like, no. But you want me to pick a career?
But you don't want to let me do what I want to do.
Yeah, so that killed it for me right there. But I've always wanted to do something. And I met this substitute teacher when I was in high school. His name is Mr. Esparza. Yeah. And he heard about it and he told me like, dude, and to this day, it's like my one regret. He owned the local cable access show in East LA.
Oh, wow.
And well, here's the thing. He's the one that created, him and his homie created PBS.
Holy shit.
No
Serious?
shit.
PBS was a Latino owned
I
station.
didn't hear about that. Yeah.
He was one of the founding people that did it.
Wow.
But you know, of course, they got taken over, and you know, he does I don't know if he still does it, but he told me, hey, you want to do radio? He goes, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, do TV. Come to my studio. I'll teach you the ropes and this and that, and I'll pay you for it. But you gotta find a ride. I'm like, how much you gonna pay me? And at that time, this was like, you're talking about 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
So I want to pay you $12 the hour. I'm like, $12 the hour, dude. I can go sell some drugs and make that shit in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, nah, I'm good. Biggest regret. I should have gone because I would have learned how to do the whole video thing, everything.
All the technical stuff.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Instead, you know, I lingered for like another 10, 12 years. Wait, like another 10 years before I decided to do podcasting. And that was because of Kevin Smith, Mark Maron, Joe Rogan, Adam Carolla, like the OG godfathers of podcasting. Yeah. And I was like, dude, we got to do it. And like that's when then he came in the picture.
That was done. He told me, yeah, this is my project. This is my baby. I want to just do it. And I'm like, I'm down. Whatever you want to do, I'm down. I'll help you out 100%.
Take more of that scribble.
Yeah, of course. Of course. But Chris, were you into podcasting, like listening to it, watching it?
I've listened to a couple, and obviously, like, you don't know what's going on, or like you think it's live, and then you're like, oh shit, this is a recording. So now, like, you told me this, we're gonna record, this is how we're gonna do it, and I hate my voice. Ask
such
Whiskey,
a lovely voice.
Ask Whiskey J how many times have I listened to any of our podcasts?
Handful of times.
Really?
I don't like this, but when I listen to him, I'm like, oh shit, we're pretty funny. And he just told me, like, just hang out with me, shoot the shit with me, just pretend the mics aren't there, but the mics are there, and you're like, you're like this, like, fuck this is Cass sign. I'm like, and he's like, I'm gonna go get some beer, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then when I start talking, you sound like robotic, you sound like rehearsed.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't go. It doesn't. Yeah. And then after a couple of years, then you get more comfortable with
just being yourself. Which is
pretty much
crazy how, you know, when there is like a microphone in front of you or a camera, you start to think like, oh, I gotta act a certain way, I gotta be a certain person. But in reality, we talked about that, how fake beefs, right? We talked about how it's hard to do that kind of stuff. It's hard to fake it. Yeah. The people that fake it they're really good at it. Yeah. You know, and those, you know, some people can be very successful at it. Like, we're talking like wrestlers, right? Like professional wrestlers.
That's what I was thinking right now.
Okay, so I'm thinking The Rock, okay? Because you talk about communications, and right away The Rock brought into my Dwayne Johnson, right, nowadays, right? Because he was The Rock, now he's Dwayne Johnson. DJ, if you know him personally, but I don't.
Oh damn! I was like, you know him personally?
See, that's why I give the little.
I didn't see that. My bad.
No, they did though. But Dwayne Johnson, he took communications in college, and like he said, that was the best thing that he ever took, because it helped him as a professional wrestler how to talk, how to pause, how to engage with the audience, kind of you know, movie theater kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So again, going back to it, when someone that's never done it, never trained it, and you get one of these things, you feel like you have to act a certain way.
Yeah, you do.
But in reality, man, you're in Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? Dwayne Johnson. They just enhance their own personality. They just enhance it a little bit more, and boom, that's what you got.
And that's what I would tell them. Like, I'm all, look, we're funny. We're, you know, we know how to like come off right off the cuff. Like, we're witty. Like, it's hard to have someone like beat us, like verbally beat us.
Yeah.
You know, especially where we're on it. We're a good tag team. Like Mr. Lou complains about that we always bag on him because
you guys tag team me.
You say one thing that's funny, we're gonna bag on you, and we're quick on it.
Yeah.
So I told him, bro, be yourself, but just pick it up a little bit more. And he didn't get it. And for a minute, like I give him a lot of credit because he could have told me, you know what, fuck off, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm embarrassing myself. People are gonna listen to this shit.
Yeah.
Instead, he'd come every Friday. And still this day, 4 years later, it still comes down.
Nice.
Like that's a trooper. Like to me, he's loyal. He's very loyal. Like, you know, like and not in a disrespectful way, but he believes in my dream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he believes in my dream so much that he still comes down. He could easily be like, nah, bro, I'm done. I don't make no money off this. What? That's another thing too. Like I've tried to pay him. He's like, I'm not doing this for the money.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. I told him like if you come be successful in your podcasting, I don't need any money.
That's all he says right now.
No.
I'm kidding.
It's just the love between us, and it's what he wants to do. I'm not gonna mooch off of him. I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, hey, you guys know Whiskey J? Yeah, you know, no, it is what it is. Like I just love doing this, guys, because I love my cousin and
you love doing guys
on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
Only on Friday nights.
No, only on Friday nights.
Come on. But what if this guy all of a sudden he's making like 6 figures off just podcasting alone? You're not gonna be like,
I'm not into it. Like,
hook me up, bro. Give me let me wet my beak. No,
you want to wet your beak?
A little bit. But I'm not gonna be like.
I'm sure he's gonna. I want half. Down. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We had an agreement, like Cobra Kai. We had a handshake, gentleman's handshake.
Yeah.
To me, it's not all about
that. He knows I take care of my people. He knows that if I go up, everyone comes up with me. Like
and as it should be. Like especially like unfortunately for the Latino community, we're always hating on each other when people become successful.
Yeah.
To me, that's sad. I hate that.
Yeah.
But just help each other out. It doesn't have to be podcasting. It has to be school, work. Just help each other out. That's
in any format, forum. Yeah, help each other out. And as a everybody says that crabs in the bucket deal. It's that you hear that shit over and over and over again, but it's reality. It is true.
No.
And yeah, you're 100% right on that. Speaking of, but going back to what you guys were talking about, Cobra Kai. Really quick, we are drinking Banquet.
We Banquet Boys.
I should have brought my fucking.
I know you should have brought your tank
top.
My
unmuscle shirt because I have no muscles.
Banquet Boys.
Yes.
Banquet Boys.
Yeah.
Cheers, sir.
I was actually when I was driving out here home from picking up these banquets, I was thinking, why have these guys not created a meme with these Island Boys but actually Banquet Boys? You guys need to create that video meme.
I think people have done it so much.
Have they? I haven't seen it.
I've seen a few.
I am away from all those memes. I know you're the meme master, but I stay away from all that shit. No. So I don't know. Have they recreated it?
Yeah, everybody.
Then it's diluted.
Well, look at Chris from Kickback. Yeah, he's the one that introduced us to the banquets because at first we're like, banquets? Like, ew. Yeah. And then we went to go do an episode with him, and he was like, you guys want some beer? I'm like, yeah. And he gave us banquets. And we're like, this fool's giving us the cheap shit, bro. And I open it and I go, damn, it tastes really good. And he comes over and he goes, what are you drinking? Banquets? Like all like a beer snob. Like a beer snob.
We're a beer snob. We do craft beer.
We're already doing craft.
We were there.
I'm like, I'm gonna shut up and taste it. He's like, no. I'm like, taste it. And he tasted it. He was like, it's like when you hear the Beatles for the first time.
I drank the beer and then my pinky was like, oh shit.
Exactly.
It was good.
So we started getting into it. I'm like, damn. So Banquet Boys is basically, we ripped it off of fucking Kickback.
Yeah.
Because him and Gilbert, Deadmo, shout out, he's the one that created the whole banquet thing. Like they introduced the banquets. It was just me that goes, shit, we're Banquet Boys.
Yeah.
And then it just happened to be these two idiots in Miami decided to be Island Boys. And believe me, I thought about it, but he would just show me these memes. I'm like, dude, it's already been done.
Yeah.
We should have hit it when it was right there.
Right when it started.
Yeah, we would have done it. I would have got a kiddie pool and wearing the Banquet Boy merch. We could have been like, we Banquet Boys.
With the Jamaican accent?
Yeah, with Jamaican accents. But we're Guatemalan, so how does that make sense? It doesn't.
Nothing makes sense now.
It doesn't make sense anymore, but yeah.
I think you guys could still do it and get away with it. At least for the true listeners and true followers.
Well, listeners, if you guys want us to do it, we'll do it.
Let's vote it in. We'll put it on the story and we'll put the little poll. Let them choose and see what.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I'll inflate the kiddie pool.
I can video it for you guys.
You just want to see us in tank tops, bro. You want to see the gun. You want to go to the gun show. Let it be known.
Very true.
I'm trying to cover up the gun show right now.
Yeah, very true.
And the keg right now too. I'm trying to cover it up.
From what I hear, those tanks are flying off the stands.
Dude, they so quick.
Yeah,
they so quick. I didn't think they were. Like I was very surprised about the Rambo Army. They're like, as soon as we put it out, we're like Banquet Boys bought it. Like or like even people from Oregon. I think we had one in New Zealand that bought it. Nice. I'm like fucking New Zealand.
Oh yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Like, dude, we got Banquet Boys. Like we should do like a charter, like biker club stuff.
Dude, I mean, what you have started and that was one of the things I was going to talk to you guys about was that what you guys have started has taken on its own entity.
Yeah.
Almost. You know what I mean? Like you almost can't just stop and just for like quit. You just can't. Not that you owe anybody anything, but you have created something that is catching, right? It's a thing. It's you know, people are picking up on it. It's awesome. You know, it's what us podcasters, we don't really, I should say, we don't plan on it, but if it happens, we're definitely gonna welcome it, you know. Yeah. And I think you guys are already at that point. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No. Like I said, I mean, I think we've hit our prime. Like 2020, we hit the prime. Yeah. Like you know, like I like to like use the analogy of like a boxer. Like a boxer, I think for the first 3 years, we were like prospects. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just going to the unknown terrain. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, we just like hit it. Like everything started functioning right. And I feel like 2020, we were just in our prime. I feel we're still unstoppable, and everything was just going. And I started noticing when we started getting more interactions, people buying the merch, people like DMing us the stuff that we said. I'm like, damn, like we didn't
quoting what we say. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, oh shit, like I had someone literally go, you know, it doesn't make a dent.
Oh, yeah.
I was at a site and I'm like, yo, it doesn't make a dent. I'm like, damn, how the hell you don't make a dent in my wallet? Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is starting to kick it in. So far, I mean, we're doing it. It's just now the new challenge is how do you go from there? Like, because I mean, like anything in science, anything that goes up must come down.
Yeah.
So I'm already like thinking ahead, like, okay, if it comes down, what are we supposed to do? Right. How are we going to reinvent ourselves?
Yeah.
Like this is like, to me, I take it as eras. Like right now, the 2020 was the era of Voyage of Fuckery. So right now we're thinking about what's the era for 2022 because, you know, year's about to end. Like we're taking this break, coming back. What's going to be the mentality Esqueleto's going to have, Mr. Lou's going to have? What am I going to have? So where do we go from there?
What's the identity that you guys are going to take?
Because look, it's like a band.
Right.
Like I just said boxing, but then now I'll switch it over to bands.
Yeah.
You can't be playing the same shit all the time. You got to switch it up. So.
But those favorites and those hits are always a good go-to, you know?
Yeah.
Going back to all that, how much of other podcasts that you guys listen to, how much does that influence you as a way of not so much the content, but the marketing behind it, the business part of it, going to the new identity of, right, 2022 for Rambling? Does that play any part of it?
On top of my head, I can't think of a certain podcaster that I've like, or a podcast group or affiliate that have done this, like the marketing. And since like everyone markets their own way, but I haven't seen anybody that go straight up hard at it. Like you're just selling it. You're selling yourself. I mean, if I were to base it on, I don't know. Like I can't really.
Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. Going forward, would you look at some kind of business plan, right? To not so much copycat, but get ideas from, because it's proven, and then kind of put it into your guys' business, because that's what it is now. It's a business.
Yeah, actually, it's a business. Yeah, probably. I mean, during this time of this break, I'm probably going to listen to a lot of stuff that I haven't caught up on. So I might grab some stuff, and I usually do. Like when now today, like I'm looking at the setup you have here, I'm gonna take some stuff from here and be like, this, I'm gonna make it work in my stuff.
Nice.
When I go to Kickback, I already know.
Yeah.
You know, when I've gone to Penny from Boom Boom Room Storytime Podcast, I take a little bit of what you guys do that makes you guys successful, and I try mixing it in. So I make, in that sense, yeah, I do take inspiration from everybody. And so it's like, oh, let me see how this does it, how this person does it. Okay, cool. I'll hit you up. Like I know Kickback's one of the, like Chris is one of the people I always ask, like, hey, what do you think if I do this? What do you think? Like we always trade notes. And when I go visit him or he visits me, we still trade notes. And like I said, like today, the setup, I'm like, I know for sure I'm already, like, my mind's already taking me, like, the setup. Okay, cool. You know what? Yeah. How can I make it work in the Gay Man Studios? Oh, you know what? I can probably get this, go do this. Let me start making some moves. Let's see if it works out. And before I announce it to the world that we're going to go this way. Right? Like us moving, like I live in a 3-bedroom house. and we used to do it in an office that I shared with my wife, Miss Kitty.
Yeah.
It was starting to get very like crowded for everybody. So I was like, I'm tired of having to unplug all my equipment because she has to work in the morning and then plug it in the evening.
Yeah.
Plug her also too in the evening. And what do we do? So when I went to Chris from Kickback, I saw the whole garage setup. I'm like, dude, I can do this. So I invested money and we did the Game Man Studios now.
Yeah.
So like, okay, cool. That's something I'm going to take. And like I said today, take this. If I go talk to someone else, I'll take a little bit of there and you're going to see it. But like moving forward business plan, I think whatever shit that like lands on the wall. And that's been our kind of like our blueprint. Like we don't plan it. It's like Voyage of Fuckery. It was just a saying we did in an episode one time. We were just talking during COVID. Like we don't know what was going to happen. Like, are we going to shut down? Or we're going to start seeing our loved ones die? Like this is actual Voyage of Fuckery.
Yeah.
And right away I go like light bulb, boom. Like, oh shit, that's a great catchphrase. That's a great way to encapsulate what we're going through right now. It's a Voyage of Fuckery. 2020 going to 2021.
Yeah.
So I think going to 2022, same thing. Whatever pops in, whatever this guy said last, if it rings in my head as an idea, I'm gonna run with it and promote it. Oh no,
We don't want to go backtrack on that.
No, don't. Yeah, can we edit that?
Do you guys have any kind of creative control, or is he like, this is my idea, this is what I do, or do you sometimes come in and go like,
damn, you're trying to start some shit?
Hey,
I'm not like, he really likes to nitpick what he likes and how he does it.
Yeah.
And he asked me like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? But I always tell him, this is yours. And I'll listen to it. I'm like, all right, cut this, cut that, but it's all his control.
Yeah.
And he gives me control over like the Instagram or the memes and stuff like that. But other than that, like for the recording of the show, that's all him. And I text him in the morning, hey, how's the show? How was it? Any like little gaps? And everything's going good, and pops it up on Saturday.
Nice. I think that helps a lot, is that because you guys are three, we're talking Rambling Alcoholics. It's three of you. And everyone has a role. It seems like everyone has a role. Obviously the meme master. I hear a lot like, give me a beer. Do you have an ice chest like right next to you or
Cerveza.
something?
Yeah, it's because the fridge is right behind me.
Okay, that's why.
Yell it out. Cerveza.
Cerveza. So then you have Mr. Lou, which is the most iconic person on the show.
Don't say that.
He's like the one that does all the music. He's the DJ, right? Like, so to speak, very high as DJ. But I think that helps us that you have that foundation though, because then if everyone, too many chefs in the kitchen, right? That's really bad. So that's a business plan right there. And that's kind of like what you would take from a business. So I don't know if that's something that you learned, or is that something that you came up with on your own?
I think it goes to like I don't even think I said it's like an exclusive. I think it goes to like, you gotta like lay it out as a plan, like almost like if you're selling drugs, you have the people that smuggle it, you got the people that wrap it, and then you got people that sell it. Everyone plays a part to make sure that everyone makes money same way. So I kind of took that mentality because of all the people I used to hang out with back in the day. So I was like, okay, let me take that mentality. And so here, going into it, like you just said, Escaleta does the memes. Escaleta picks a lot of the good current event topics we do nowadays. A lot of like 90% comes from him. Mr. Lou introduced the dynamic of music. And the reason why, because of the gaps. There's no gaps. And if there is, you're listening to some nice tunes.
Yeah.
Especially throwback stuff that's going to take you back.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Lou's also the guy that now people know, co-producer. He's the one that will work on the equipment. Like, hey, you know what? This is a little bit off. We need to do this. We need to do that. So he does his part behind the scenes. So it is kind of a business, but everyone lays it out. It's almost like a cell system. If someone lags it, don't worry. No one's going to notice it.
Yeah.
Like when Esqueleto last year missed a lot of episodes because he was doing some stuff on the side, nobody really noticed he was, not that he was gone, but nobody really noticed that he was like not putting in his part. It was just, it kept rolling. So it kind of goes into a mentality like a cell system. Everyone does their part.
We obviously noticed he was gone. We didn't see the effect of it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That was kind of thing. When he was gone, you didn't notice the effect. We would fill in the gaps with someone else, or it was just me and Mr. Lou.
Yeah, you didn't shut down. You just kept going. And that's the way I like.
Other podcasts would have shut down.
Please go on without me. Like, I'm not be like, I'm going to hold the podcast hostage because I'm gone. No. Go do your thing.
Yeah.
Have fun and shout me out a couple of times. But hey, fuck it. Do your thing.
Yeah. Are we still falling asleep on the show?
No, it's been a while.
No, yeah.
I know that was a recurring thing for a while.
Oh my god.
For a while, it was kind of like.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy would fall asleep literally second half of the show. And because I used to have a futon, so you'd be like,
Oh yeah, just knocked
leaning
out.
back like a cholo.
My first reaction wasn't this guy's drinking too much. My first reaction was this guy must be working too much because he's just really tired. He comes over here on Friday night after work, probably just exhausted.
Yeah, he was.
And he knocks out.
And we start drinking like the moment I get there. It's
So
like
we start recording like at 8 o'clock. He's there at 4. So from 4 to 8, me and him are waiting for Mr. Lou. So me and him are throwing the banquets in.
There you go.
And I usually hold it because I have to. I'm, the ringleader.
Yeah.
And so he's like, he'll hold it for the first hour. And we've always made it a plan, like always take a little small 10, 20-minute break to go take a piss, to go answer your text messages, whatever. So when we come back, his energy level's already down. I feel like if we were to run consistently, he'll go on. But
Yeah.
I think that taking that break kind of like the podcast adrenaline goes down, and now he's like, I'm done.
But now
I'm
with
powered.
the Ramble Studios,
The
we
atmosphere.
sit in a chair, so I'm not like slouched down,
You're not on
relaxing.
the couch, relaxed.
Yeah. Now it's like just sitting down like that. I'm like,
We fell asleep on kickback, and he was like, "What the hell?"
Well, because I was in a recliner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I
So
was gonna
just
say
knocked the fuck
a
out.
good investment for him would be like one of those climate pads, where you can just turn up really nice and
No,
cold.
that's not a bad idea.
Nah,
But he hasn't really gone to
No,
sleep
haven't
anymore.
for
No, he
sure.
hasn't. done it.
Yeah.
Something that, I'm sorry,
No,
but something that you guys just thought you had just mentioned right now when you were talking about who does what on the show. If you guys were to go and start doing YouTube, right? You start doing it on video. How's that gonna affect Mr. Lou? Because you can't put music out there
no.
anymore, man. Like even a little bit of hint of it, if the algorithm, if the system picks it up, you're flagged.
Reason why we're not on YouTube again.
Yeah.
We're still working on the kinks.
That's-
there's a lot of stuff we're working on
Yeah.
before we decide to. We've already done it with pregame ramble and it's been successful. It's just the scheduling, but also doing that. Like if we do rambling on YouTube, we can't play music.
Yeah.
How are we gonna go around this?
Mhm.
But also he can't say half the stuff he says.
No, I can't. No.
On the episode on YouTube. The algorithm.
Yeah.
He says a couple words.
Oh,
The first 5
I like
minutes,
that. Yeah, it's gone.
shadow banned.
I mean, I know. I think I've told you that I'm shadow banned. Did I tell you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm shadow banned. The views that I'm getting right now are all because I'm sending you guys are literally clicking on the link that I send out, or you're going to the link. Because on the search engine it does not come up. It just won't come up.
It didn't. I tried typing it. Didn't. I had to literally go on your link on the bio.
Yeah.
Click on. I'm like, dude, what the hell? It's like not giving me.
Yeah. So that's all because I had a cop and he was sitting right there in that chair talking about defunding the police because he that's what he was that was during the whole George Floyd. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it was George
Floyd. That was during the George Floyd thing, and he was talking that pro-Trump, all that stuff in Broadway, bro. I just like videos were like at 300-400, for a 300 subscriber show, I was averaging 300 views, and then all of a sudden it went to like 13 views.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Consistently 13, 14, 15, 16, 13, 14. Consistently, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That's what happened, and that's I believe. So they I've sent out messages to YouTube. Hey, I think I'm shadow banned. We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
Of course they
fucking
don't.
Right. All of a sudden.
Yeah,
The people that created don't know.
they don't know.
Yeah, no.
So for sure they'll never admit to it. But yeah, I think that's definitely true. Now, it would happen if you guys do it.
Oh hell yeah, it would, dude.
So you will have to censor yourselves.
I'm gonna tone it down a little bit.
Tone it down.
Well, with the alcohol flowing and with you guys, then it's kind of hard.
It's really hard.
But you would have to be like have that mentality, like
That really
You
fucks
can
with the
feel-
vibe though. of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show.
it does.
It does.
Like because you guys are it's very solid. Like what you guys do, I gave you guys I threw the flowers out for you guys earlier, but for those that weren't preview to it, I respect that, dude, because I limit what I say here. I don't give too much of my opinion. Nobody wants to hear my shit. They want to hear you guys, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I do it. So I can respect that you guys are just out there and putting it all out there, and that's not easy to do. Maybe it is for you guys. For like me, it's not. Definitely, it's not. So kudos to that.
I didn't think we were that. I didn't realize that until people kept telling us.
Bro, I cringe sometimes when I'm listening to the show. I'm like,
I
know his mom listens to that show probably.
Shit, if she understood English, yeah.
Oh.
Nah.
goddamn.
Mom, I'm kidding.
Google
Google
translate.
No, I didn't realize that that's what we were doing until people told us, like, dude, you guys say some stuff that I would not dare to say right now. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, everyone thinks this stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And it kind of became that thing where we're like, oh, okay, so we're those people then.
Yeah.
We're that, and I don't think what we're saying, well, let me rephrase that. Let me go back. And I'm stealing this from Escalante because he's had this a lot. We come from the era where we watched George Carlin, Richard Pryor, and the great comics of the lates that they said what was happening. Like, they were kind of our ghetto reporters. They were seeing everything out there, and they said it, and people laughed, and that was the message behind it. They're telling you what's going on the streets. What they're telling you about the injustice going on. They're telling you about the racism, but there's a joke behind it.
Yeah.
And I feel, and this goes back to your original topic: is there something you took away to make your business plan? That was kind of the idea. We're gonna be like the social commentators that talk about this stuff. We'll say some of the stuff that you guys are don't want to talk about or don't want to say on social media because you guys know you'll get shadow banned, you'll get kicked out of Twitter, Instagram. We'll say it. Mm-hmm. We didn't realize it until we started getting people telling us like, cringeworthy, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it. And we're like, say what? Like, you agree with it, right? Or you laughed on it, right? Yeah. Then what was wrong with it? Mm-hmm. But society tells you otherwise. Like, no, you shouldn't say that. Mm-hmm. I mean, am I right?
Yeah, we, especially right now with all the cancel culture, you can't say something without people getting offended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We all have Instagram. We all have social media.
Mm-hmm.
I've scrolled through Facebook, and there's certain things that I don't agree with. What do? Keep fucking scrolling.
Yeah.
If you don't like listening to it, stop. Listen to another podcast. If you don't like the picture, anything you don't like, there's no need for you to Karen yourself. There's no need for you to complain about or Kevin yourself. Continue with your life. Why do you have that point where you need to tell people how you feel about why you got offended? I've got offended a couple of times. Why? Fuck it. Shit happens. This is that guy's point of view, woman's point of view.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to judge them or hate them or cancel them. Do what you got to do for your life, for your comedic values, whatever. I'm not gonna cancel you for that. It's stupid to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, and with that said, I would never filter anybody or censor anyone that's on my show. I mean, if they're sitting next to me, I'll let them say whatever they want to say.
Don't say that in front of him.
He's all right. He'll be fine.
No. Okay.
He's only drinking beer. He's not drinking whiskey.
No.
So,
you want your beer?
Okay, I'm good.
My bad, bro.
No, you're good.
I'm doing it again.
You're fine.
I'm doing it again.
Don't say it, Driscoll Kid. Don't say it.
You said it, not me.
Oh my god.
People thought it though.
Shout out to the Driscoll Kid.
Shout out to you, bro.
But yes. My train of thought, I lost it.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
What? Cancel culture?
No.
Maybe.
After?
I would never cancel, censor anybody on my show. I would never do that, right?
Yeah.
I would give this is a platform. I'm giving you the platform to speak. If they don't like it, then that's, I told you about the cop that I had on here. He's a friend of mine from high school. I had him on here. I let him speak his word. Did I agree with everything? No. We had our conversation.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much disagreement because it's just a conversation that two people are having. That's the problem, is that sometimes when you get you're too invested into your thoughts, your decision, your beliefs, that you cancel someone, and that's, you shouldn't be like that.
No.
I've always said that if you bring me with new material, a new point of view, you may change mine. It may happen.
You were talking about that earlier. We were outside waiting for you.
We
were discussing it. Was people respond just to respond. They don't think before they respond.
Yeah.
And like you said right now, with new information, new knowledge of the topic that you might think you know a lot about, I'm going to change what my train of thought, because now it's different, because now other people are telling you, oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't think this way. Maybe I should change how I think.
Yeah.
But people are like so quick to snap at you, like, bro, just calm down. Different points of views. Respect mine and I'll respect yours.
Yeah.
But now everything fighting, clashing, canceling, like, nah, come on.
It's the whole team aspect. And this is the whole thing. You guys are sports guys, right? You guys like sports. Yeah. That's the whole thing, is like, we all have a team. We all pick our team. I always say I'm a casual fan of everything, because I don't want to go, even though you see all this Dodgers, Lakers, and Niners, I don't you see all this stuff because those are the teams that I follow, but I'm not like
die hard to play.
Yeah, if you come at me and you go, hey man, your Niners suck this year, yeah, they do. You know what I mean? Even though it's a comeback, 6-5,
Comeback season.
We're still doing it.
Comeback season.
We beat the Vikings. We're right there. We're right there. But anyways, the whole thing is that I'm not that proud. I mean, I'm Mexican, and you know how there's a whole Mexican pride.
Yeah.
I'm not that proud. Like, you can say this and that, but I mean, if this is matter of fact, then it's matter of fact. And who am I to say it's not and defend it just because I chose this team, or not even chose it because it chose me? I'm Mexican. How did I go back? How did I go into race? Also, now talking about teams, right?
Yeah, teams.
And then race. But you know the point,
I get
right?
what you think. I get what you're saying. To me, it's tribalism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's just in us. We're tribal people.
Yeah.
We've always been in caravan groups, always, since dawn of time. We've always been in groups. So I think this is just tribalism. And this is something I always talk about on the boxing thing. You can't get away from being, a dick diver, a homer for somebody. And sometimes you don't even realize it. To me, when you said, I follow them, but if you tell me my team sucks, I'm going to be real to you. Yeah, you suck. You're a true sports fan. Mm-hmm. I die hard homer, dick diver, would have probably got into a fist fight or got into
stab you,
got into a hardcore argument. For what? Over a team that doesn't know your name.
Yeah.
Over a team that, I'm sorry, like, anything happens to you, you're just another dollar sign to them that's not there. Yeah. That's it.
Jersey.
That's tribalism. Like, that's just, like, stupid caveman mentality.
Yeah.
A real sportsman will admit when they've lost, will admit when they're humble in defeat, they're humble in winning.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take constructive criticism about their team, and they won't say we, it's them.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. When I hear someone like that, I'm like, okay, this guy's a true sports fan.
Yeah. It's funny because you just said right now, you take your wins like you take your losses. I just heard that this weekend. I don't know if you remember Teofimo Lopez.
Oh
my God.
Don't get me started, bro. I got an episode on Thursday talking about that.
Sorry to change the subject, and I know you're gonna be talking about it on the J and B-Ray.
Yeah.
But I had to bring it up because it just happened. I mean, we're recording this right now.
Tip me off a little bit, bro.
We're recording this right now, November 29th, right?
Yeah.
Of 2021, and yeah, you're definitely gonna be talking about this, and your episode will probably come out before this one does. But I have to talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
Teofimo Lopez said he won 10 out of the 12 rounds. I mean, I watched the fight. I know you watched the fight. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah, he did.
Did he win 10 out of 12?
You know what happens? You took too many hits to the head.
He took a lot of hits.
He took a lot of hits.
That overhand right was just fucking...
That's what I kept telling you.
How do you not... I mean, I've never boxed professionally. Never, ever. I mean, you seen the bag right here, and I use it like once every maybe 3, 4, 5 months. I don't use it often. But it's just there for looks. It makes you think like, oh, I'm not gonna cross this guy.
I know, seriously. I thought the same. I'm like, damn.
No.
I'm about to ask you. Like, I know, play. We can go spar a little bit,
All right, we'll fuck around later on. Well, I got the mitts right there.
We'll jump around.
You see him hanging right there? Yeah, I got those.
Oh, damn.
But he got hit a lot of times.
He got hit.
That overhand right, like, how do you just not? Okay, it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not a boxer.
You're varying the punch. So, like, you're watching it. How do you not duck it? You're varying the punch with a feint. You're varying it with offset rhythm. Like, he's making you aware of something else, and he's making you read. Like, he's opening you up without us, the casual fan, not realizing. Oh, he opened them up for that right hand. Like, when he was setting him up, and I'm like, dude, he's setting him up bad. Mm-hmm. Like, that punch. I rewatched the fight, and I go, oh damn, how the hell did you not see it coming? I'm like, well. And at that moment, you're not seeing that you're being set up.
Yeah.
It's a chess match. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called the sweet science, because it's just a science behind how to make the other guy think you're doing something else that you're not. And it's subtle little movements, your eyes, the way you torque a certain thing. Mm-hmm. Like, you're thinking, oh, this guy's gonna shoot for my body. No, he's just hooking it.
Yeah.
I've been caught numerous times like that. But I've never gone to say I've won 10 out of 2, 2 rounds. I've never said that.
Yeah.
But I've been caught before. I'm like, shit. How did I get caught? How did I get caught like that? And his thing, he got caught. He came back. He won a couple rounds. He got the knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was a good, close fight. But what happened is this kid spent too long in a division he outgrew. Mm. For whatever reason, bad advising or pride, you stuck there too long and you got beat by a guy that, let's be honest, if they fought 10 times, he beats this kid 10 times. Mm. It wasn't your night.
9 out of 10.
Because he lost one. Yeah, he did. My bad. Again, the whiskey's fucking him. Yeah. But yeah, 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
He beats him. It just happened to be that night. He was a better man. He came better prepared, better conditioned. better everything. He was just a better man.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And for him to say he won 10 out of 2, you're just a loser, bro.
Well, he definitely contradicted himself many times during that post-fight interview, and it is probably blows to the head because
that's not like you shouldn't interview a fighter afterwards.
No, yeah, especially when he got hit as much as he got hit. That right to the head. I mean, that's a lot. That's right to the temple, and he definitely he contradicted himself. The way he was talking, it was just, I should have won. I won that fight, or I did win the fight. I should have won that fight, and then he was like, he just kept going back. I don't know, man. I forgot, but he kept going back and forth about it.
At the end, he admitted,
I
did. Stuck too long in this division. I should have just dumped this belt and left.
That's exactly what he said.
I should have dumped the belt and left.
Yes, he said that I should have dumped it. I should have left. That's exactly what he said.
There was no money in fighting this guy.
No,
there was no money. You should have dumped.
Well, how many times did the fight get rescheduled for?
8 times.
8 times.
8 times. 8 got it rescheduled 8 freaking times. You're fighting this guy for what? Chump change. You got more money. You got more money ahead. Now what he has to do? Now he's in the back of the line. Yeah. And now you got guys like Ryan Garcia, Jojo Diaz, Devin Haney who are fighting this weekend. Yeah. And you got guys like Tank Davis right now ahead of you. You were the shot caller. You were the guy that led it because you beat Vasily Lomachenko. Now you're in the back of the line. You're to them you're a laughingstock. To me, he can bounce back.
Yeah.
24?
24. He can bounce back.
Yeah,
he's not even in his prime. Look, I mean, put that kid. I lost. Look what happened to Canelo. Lost at what, 26? Look where he's at right now.
Yeah.
If he's dedicated to the sport, he'll bounce back. But if he's just in the sport for the money and the fame, he'll die out. We'll see him again in 3 years. We'll be talking about, man, this kid would have been something if he would have stuck to boxing.
Yeah.
But if he sticks to it, he'll be one of the greats. But
yeah.
Only time will tell. Boxing's a fickle sport.
Speaking of Canelo Alvarez.
Okay.
This guy, again, Mexicano boxer, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be cool for me to not cheer for the guy. I like the guy. I like him. I got the hat. I got a Canelo hat somewhere inside. I wear it every once in a while when he fights, fight day. Okay. I still root for him.
It's a good luck charm.
I don't know about a good luck charm, but I still root for the guy. But I feel like he's picking his fights. Like he learned from Mayweather, the Mayweather style of fighting. Like he's defense. He does go on the offense a lot, but it's more defense. I mean, you're probably a bigger boxing guy than I am. I'm casual, even though I have the shirt. It's a casual. Shout out to Just Boxing Live.
Yeah, shout out.
But I feel like he's just running away from certain fighters. Like there's bigger fights out there. I know that his thing was to unify, to get those belts, and he got them. Now what's next?
Okay, so here's the thing, and I've been catching a lot of flack on my boxing page because what I said, and I'll probably say here, and a lot of the Latino audience you have will probably write to you saying, I don't know shit about boxing. Mm-hmm. You're more than welcome to come on the show and write to me. I'll fucking read it aloud. I'll go with you about it. Canelo Alvarez is a good fighter. He's one of those fighters that 365 is training. He's the type of fighter that doesn't hang on the win. He goes back and adjusts his style. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't get caught with the same punch. It's rare that you see Canelo get caught with the same punch again in the next fight. He adjusts. That's a true professional. That's a consistent boxer that knows that he's a boxer, not a businessman. He's a boxer first, business later. But I agree. Did he pick and choose at the super middleweight division? Yeah. The people that are applauding him and saying, oh my God, he's one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. It's like winning a gold medal in the Special Olympics. Is it really that special?
God damn.
That's bold, right?
It's like that. So for people to go,
be bolder, my friend.
Like for people to say, oh, he's that good. He won in the division. Half of the people that are cheering him didn't even know there was a super middleweight division. Half of the people that cheer him and are giving him the accolades didn't know who Callum Smith was, Billy Joe Sanders, Caleb Plant were, Rocky Fielding were. They didn't know who the fuck they were.
Right.
So for you to, now is he picking and choosing like Mayweather? I'm sorry, boxing's always picked and choose. Mm-hmm. It didn't start with Mayweather. It's not going to end with Mayweather. It's always been where you're going to get the most money with the least risks. Always been like that. Canelo just been able to hide it with, I'm fighting the best of the division. Did he? Yes. But it was the weakest division of all of boxing.
Yeah.
So again, I use that analogy. It's like winning a gold medal in the Special Olympics. Is it really a gold medal then? When we all know you're good, but you fought low opposition, low quality. You fought C-grade fighters, where we all know you're an A+ fighter.
C-grade champions.
Yes, there you go. Well, yeah, we're champions. Yeah, C-grade champions, and you won. Not really a big risk. Big risk is fighting guys like Charlo, Benavidez, Bivol, Arthur Beterbiev, not talking about going to a division that, again, half the people can't even spell it, didn't even know it existed. And that's a division that's only existed for the last 40 years.
All these people that are, all the people that I talk to, and they go, oh, well, it's Canelo, and I go, well, who's he fighting though? Like, oh, he's getting all these chances, but who's he fighting? Like, he fought Rocky, whatever his last name was.
They didn't even know who he was.
He's a champion. That's all they know. He's a champion. I'm sorry, but in boxing,
there's too many belts.
There's too many belts.
It's alphabet soup. It's alphabet soup.
I said it on this show. I don't remember when, but I think I was talking to Sean. I told him this whole boxing. When I saw Mikey Garcia just go, you know what, take my belts. I go, it's not about the belts anymore. It's not about it. It's about exactly el dinero, right? The big money fights. That's what it's always been about. Conor McGregor. He comes in here. It's a big money fight against Mayweather.
The biggest payday of his life.
It was no belt. I mean, you know what I mean?
Biggest payday.
It's not about the belt anymore. I mean, it's cool that you're the unified champion, but it's who'd you beat?
Like, you know what fight fell off and no one really talked about it? And I go, you want to see the best versus the best? You want to see the number 1 fighter versus the number 3 best fighter in the world? Like, literally the best, almost like UFC caliber type fight. Happened 2 weeks ago. Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter. Best.
That was a badass fucking fight.
That was a fight. Damn. You got 2 guys in the front.
Any fight that Sean Porter has fought in has been fucking badass. Sean Porter should go down in the history books as the most entertaining fighter in the fucking world.
That was a fight. To me, that was the fight you should watch. People want to talk about boxing's dead. No, you guys didn't tune into the right fights. You guys are just being misguided by good promotional companies that have the outlet to promote this stuff.
Yeah.
Crawford Porter was one of the best fights this year to me.
Just last week there was another good fight.
Figueroa versus
No, that's this weekend. That was this weekend. No?
Figueroa versus I forgot the guy's name.
That was this weekend. But
past weekend.
Last week there was a fight. I forgot who it was.
Teofimo Lopez. That was another good fight. People don't know about that either.
It was a great fight.
Fight of the year. That's a candidate for fight of the fucking year.
Yeah.
How did people
because everybody thought Camboso was gonna lose in the first 5 rounds.
I had it within 5.
Yeah, that's right. I did. I listened to that.
I put money down. I put it 5.
Oh shit!
He lost money.
He said it didn't make a dent though. It didn't make a dent. I lost money.
He said in the 5th round.
It wasn't gonna go past 5.
Your brother was a lot closer to you because he said.
And I taught him, like, he's been getting the shit right. And I go, how you getting shit right if I taught you the game?
Yeah.
Like, I taught him how to fight.
Well, it's because he's a wrestling fan.
That's
big time.
Big time.
So it kind of goes in together. It all ties in.
Whatever.
Aren't you a wrestling fan? Are you a word?
No, just a soccer fan.
Oh, just soccer.
Yeah.
All right.
Baseball, yeah. But those are my 2 sports.
Who's your MLS team?
MLS? LAFC.
LAFC?
Yeah.
Why did you jump on LAFC? Because were you ever a Galaxy fan?
I was.
You were?
Yeah.
For a little bit?
A little bit when they had the Guatemalans there. Pescadito. They had Mauricio Cienfuegos.
Salvadorian.
Yeah, that's why I like watching them. But now the LAFC, like.
So you didn't like Kobe Jones?
Kobe Jones was good too.
No, he's better.
Yeah.
So LFC, why LFC? You didn't
new team, and I like Carlos Vela.
Carlos was good.
But like I really like my brother and I would talk about it. Like MLS, it's like not the best in the world.
No,
it's getting there after 20 years. We both like European soccer. We like the Premier League. He likes Liverpool. I like Man United, and like Whiskey J said, like he's a dick diver for Liverpool. I'm not even gonna lie about it. He's just straight up like if one of those Liverpool guys were walking around, he'll probably suck at their dick. Like that's how big he is with Liverpool.
You know how they say don't meet your fans, right? Like don't meet your idols. Don't say that. He wouldn't do that.
He would.
Tell me.
He would. He would, bro. We went to a Liverpool orgy fest with him.
Oh,
shit.
We went to a bar. It's all Liverpool.
But that's the thing with Euro soccer. That's how it is, man. You go to. It's not even a bar. It's a pub. It's called a pub.
It's a pub. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me.
When
You're impressed.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yes. When well, come on. I'm all of Chino Hills.
Yeah. True. Try it.
You go there. What was it called? Charlie's? No, not Charlie's. Fucking shit. See, now I'm making him look bad. What's the name of that fucking restaurant, dude? Like the Irish pub in Chino Hills.
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
We go mostly on that side of Pasadena. There's Lucky Baldwin's.
Lucky Baldwin's.
And
that's over in by Colorado downtown. Yeah.
That's it was a Liverpool bar, but now pub. I forgot what the other one was called. Oh, Jocksters Daily.
Mm.
That's the one. That's one we go to, and we didn't know that there's European fans or soccer fans, but bars now have their own teams.
Yeah.
Pubs.
And pubs.
Yes, pubs.
And while we were there, we're like, it was just all Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
And I'm a Man United fan, so I can't say shit. I'm just there like.
Wait, did you go with all Man U and red and gold?
No, hell no. I'm gonna get my ass whipped. I know somebody's gonna stab me there getting drunk. But one time we went to the one in Pasadena, and it was Man U and Liverpool.
Yeah.
And that day, Man United beat Liverpool, and I'm just looking at my brother. He goes, "Don't fucking say shit. Like, I'll oust you." I'm like, "Damn, even your own brother? Like, bro, like, fuck out of here."
Again,
I'm like,
dick diver. He'll oust his own brother.
That's the thing, man. Like, that's why. Okay, so going back to it, all that, I stayed away from the Euro because I'm a casual fan of everything.
Yeah.
I said it before. I always say it. And Euro is just like when I started watching it, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, this is way better football than MLS,
Mexican League.
or even La Liga Mexicana, right? So, which my team is America, because my dad was always America. Dude, I gotta go. My dad was America. Even though my brother is Cruz Azul because he likes to go against my dad every single time.
I was Toluca.
Yeah. Toluca?
my dad is Cruz Azul.
Oh, yeah. Cruz Azul.
Just to piss off my dad. My dad was American, so I go Toluca.
Oh, okay.
And my brother was Cruz
good back in
Azul.
the day. Toluca was good.
Well, see, here's the thing. Everybody wants to be a rival with America because we're the badass. I mean, it's either Americas or Chivas. And my house is divided. My wife, they're from Jalisco.
Oh, shit.
I give props to Chivas because it's all Mexicans.
Yeah.
And it's not. There's no European player, no South American player, no Asian player. It's just a Mexican-based player.
When was the last time that Chivas won the championship?
Well, like 10, 15 years ago
Yeah,
or something.
Longer than that.
hey, people from Guadalajara keep cheering for Chivas because keep with your Mexican shit. But times have changed.
It's like Al Bundy, the 4 touchdowns in a game. That's the way you see
That's
the
their pride.
championship.
Hold on, bro.
That's it.
Hey, the views and opinions about Chiva only belong to Fennell and the Talking Again podcast, not the Rambling Alcoholics podcast.
Or if you're on the pitch.
Or if you're on the pitch, yeah, if you're on the pitch. We don't want to lose fans.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, come on. How long are we gonna? Yeah, America had more. It's always been, America has money. They're gonna spend money on con los extranjeros, right?
They're like the Yankees of fucking Mexico.
That's every team that they want to win. They're gonna splash out the money, the cash.
You have to spend money. Mm-hmm. You gotta get the big. So, anyways, we
can go on forever. We can go on forever. That's what, bro. Continue with your topics.
But the whole conversation was about MLS. We're talking. We started off talking about MLS, and that's where the greats go to die. The MLS.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Did you call it the retirement league?
It's a retirement league.
It's a retirement league. That's where the greats go to die. So it's just kind of like entertainment. That's all it is. It's
that and
sports entertainment
and prospects. U.S. prospects now.
Yes.
With what's the kid from Chelsea, the guy from Juventus, the McKinney,
that's the thing. They all start here and then they go and graduate
because they know where the money and where to play the best is out there.
Well, that's where the talent's at. That's where the money's at. Yeah.
Damn.
It's true. But we'll continue to watch MLS and I'll keep cheering for the Galaxy.
Have you gone to any games?
You can no.
No.
I watch highlights. I don't watch any fucking. Unfortunately, man, I don't have.
I
told you guys, man, I don't got time.
True.
I watch highlights for everything, so I do watch highlights. That's all I do.
Oh, okay.
I watch highlights.
Yeah, on ESPN, right? It just
no YouTube. It's just YouTube highlights. That's it.
That's what you do. Like I pop on. Like I practically live at his house.
Yeah.
So I turn
Seinfeld. His friend
Kramer.
That's Kramer here.
Do you come in all
me,
fucking?
He tells me I left the door open. My fucking just
He walks
pop
in
out
like
of nowhere
nothing,
and
bro.
shit.
Like, dude, who knows?
So he's like in the restroom and Miss Kitty's like, oh, he's taking a shower. Like, all right, cool. So I pop in. It's a YouTube and there's like boxing highlights. I'm like, I know who's been here already. Like this guy.
I love boxing. Like I've always loved boxing. So
the only thing that I try to watch, and I will watch boxing highlights, but the only thing that I do like to watch live is combat sports, right? So when it's like fighting, MMA, if it's a pay per view, like I don't really watch too much professional wrestling anymore, like WWE or Impact Wrestling. But my kid still likes to watch it. But even him, like they're the what is it, Gen Z? What are they?
I think they're Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z.
They're Latinx, bro. Just call
What's
them
after
Latinx.
Gen? Nah, fuck that Latinx. What's after?
Damn. Oh, whoa.
What's after Gen Z? Is there a Gen Z?
I think they're Gen Z, bro.
That's it. There's nothing after that. Like the ones that are 2 years old. Like I have a 11-year-old that's Gen Z, and then I got a 2-year-old. He's another generation.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's
So he's like,
a name out there, but I don't know.
It's gonna come up. Something's gonna come up. Let us know down in the
Gen Z Y.
but not fucking Latinx, bro. Come on.
Ooh, you said that? I didn't even hear you.
Edit that part
Jesus
out.
Christ.
We're going to edit that part out.
Bleep it out for me.
You know what? I did use that hashtag a few times on certain posts, but I didn't know what it was. I just, someone told me, dude, you got to use Latinx. I'm like, all right, I'll fucking use Latinx, bro. Okay. I didn't know that Latinx, what it meant. Now I know what it means. I'm not going to use Latinx because I don't feel like that. That's not what I believe in. Yeah. So, whatever. That's him talking.
Wait, no, what the fuck?
I was just a puppeteer.
Oh, no.
So,
my hand is up his ass right now. So, my bad. You want to sniff?
Nope.
All right, cool.
But anyways, that's how this podcast is. That's how this episode is. We just shoot the shit. We just talk a lot of shit. Yeah, Very familiar to yours, right?
Oh, that's why when you said, "Hey, you free?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
I've been wanting to come on the show for a minute.
Well, I've been wanting to have you on for a while, but yeah, I just didn't think you got. I mean, you guys are big time.
What are you talking about?
I was even embarrassed to even when you said he was gonna come. I'm like, you think he's? I had the mic. I mean, you saw it was just.
Let's be honest. You asked, "Am I bringing a +1?" I go, "Yes, my chauffeur."
Well, when you said you bring it, I was like, all right. And then when he said, I was like, okay. It was already set up, ready to go.
I was like,
I knew that all I had to do was
hang out and
ask.
just drink some beers. And
yeah, but that's awkward, man. Because when I was like, he's got to come on. So I set it up because I knew that if I offered it, you would come on.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was. I thought he'd be like all humble.
I was gonna be like back there, like the porn guy just watching you guys to be like.
I've always wanted to have that role.
Take it in the ass.
But no,
thank you for.
No, yeah, dude.
I would. I mean, I think this is one of many.
Hell yeah, no.
Maybe we'll do another one. Maybe I go over there. Whatever.
Yeah,
it'd be crazy. I don't know how much of an addition that would be to you guys' show,
dude,
but
show up, dude. I think it would be
pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It's only I think it's a few amount of people that can actually hang on rambling. It's very rare. That's why when we do guests of the year, people I think last year was like, you guys had a little bit limited a guest, and I'm like, it's only a certain few that we feel can hang with me, Chris, aka Escalante and Mr. Lou, because we're not here to interview. Like, if you're gonna come over, you're gonna just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
This isn't about like, who hurt you? Where did they hurt you? What do you think?
Where's the doll?
Where's the doll?
Where the touch
what do you think of Latinx? No, we're drinking beer, we're shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Come over and just know what you're saying. Like you got to defend it, maybe, or we're just gonna make fun of it. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's why I really dig you guys' show. Like it. Even when you do have a guest, someone like the merch that comes on.
God damn.
Shout out to the merch. When he comes out, it's almost as a bit. I don't know how much how 100% he is, but it's a fucking perfect bit. If you guys did work it out as a bit,
how did it even
I salute you guys because you were talking about George Carlin and bringing that aspect into the podcast. That's the epitome of it. No, so seriously. Right there with the merch coming in there and the way he talks all the shit that he talks, and that's 100% the bit.
Can I tell you
I get it.
Can I tell you where the merch got born?
Yeah.
So I'm a boxing page.
Mm-hmm.
We did a thing called Fight Talk, and this is when we and Mr. Lou like literally joined the group. And I go, hey man, Anthony Joshua's fighting Andy Ruiz. I'm down. And I go, we're gonna record the fight. Like we're gonna put the fight on, low volume, microphones on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Let's go. He's up. Can I bring Gary? I'm like, dude, I don't care what shit.
Yeah.
Prior to that, Canelo had fought. And Gary made a comment about Canelo's mom. Like, hey, Canelo's mom's pretty hot. But he did it in the merchant voice.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, you got to play that. And so now he wears his like old school, like, like
he's fucking buying into all that?
He literally has a whole get up.
Yeah.
And he shows up and I'm like, this motherfucker showed up as the merch. Because, we talk about Gary Merchant as a Larry Merchant from HBO.
Right.
That's what we're loosely basing it on. So he comes on and we don't know where this is going. So I just press record and we're talking shit. And he's just sitting there and we're like, does he know he has to talk? And all three of us, Escalante, Mr. Lou, and myself, were like, what the fuck? Like, just keep going. Let's keep talking about Andrew Ruiz upsetting Anthony Joshua. And out of nowhere, he starts making these remarks. And we start looking at each other like, what the hell's going on here? And he's making his voice raspy. And that was the birth of the merch. And and then he goes, don't call me Larry because I don't want you guys to get sued. Call me Gary Merchant. And that's when the Gary Merchant gimmick came about. And we're like, and ever since then, like, dude, we want to have him on all the time. But he's like, no. Like, he literally has to limit us on how many times he can come on.
That's smart.
Because we're telling him, dude, come on. Nah, when was the last time I came on? Like a month ago? I'll wait. I'm like, only guest I'll allow to say, oh wait,
Yeah.
because I'll take offense if everybody goes, no wait, I'm like, oh wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But shoots the shit with us. He'll sit there with his wine or whiskey, microphone in my hand. He won't say shit. And I'm like, and we're used to it now.
Yeah.
We're all used to it. But then, we all know him by now. Then we know when he's gonna say something. We're like, take a step back from the mic. Let him drop a gem.
Yeah.
And he just drops gems. The fact that he's not guest of the year because he's been snubbed twice.
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, the last one. I don't know. You guys somebody homered up on Chris.
His fans.
Oh.
You should come over.
Did you guys vote on it? Is that
yeah?
what
We put a vote.
Oh,
We put it in the vote.
Oh,
Didn't
shit.
Dude, come on.
I must have missed it.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. What's the dates on these? Damn, your schedule is like tight.
Well, I'm taking some time off, but for my show, that means I can be a guest on your show.
Hey,
but I'm taking some time off.
If you're
for
down to
mine.
come on, because so far it's only right now the race is between Gary Merchant and Chris from Kickback.
Oh shit!
You want to come on? You make that a triple threat match, bro.
No,
Sure.
Loser leaves town.
If that's an invite, I'm there.
Dude, come down and especially if Mr. Lou hears this, he'll be like a dick diver for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, big.
He's a dick diver for anybody that cares for him.
No, I mean, it's not. I'm not that I'm dick diving. I'm just, I'm being honest. He's really good at the
Don't
show. You guys
say
are
that.
okay. He's just, he's part of it. He's the main guy.
We're okay.
He's the main attraction.
God damn.
Oh, we're just the main attraction. We're just the entree. He's the main course.
Well, I mean,
Fuck that
I'm just being
puto.
honest, guys.
Fuck that puto. I'll tell him in his face. Fuck that puto. We're gonna have to replace him, dude.
I really do want to appreciate you guys for coming on. It's been an honor to have you guys on the show. I mean, you guys are doing some amazing things with the podcast game.
Thank you. Did we even talk about the podcast? I'm kidding.
I think we did. I'm sure we
A
did.
little bit of the origin.
A little bit. Yeah.
Ah,
Origin
fuck it.
story.
Ah, whatever.
I do consider us all local podcasters.
Yes.
I do think you guys are one of those that are ahead of the race, where you guys can take it to a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So I can't wait to see that. It'd be great. I don't know if I'll still be podcasting, but I'm only doing this for fun. It's great.
Yeah.
I do want to pick your brains later on how I can make a little bit of chump change so I can upgrade some microphones.
Those. I got you. Hold on. What you need to do?
Yeah.
You need to start beef with the podcaster.
Oh,
That's what you need to do.
let's do. Hey, fucking hashtag fake beef, bro.
Fake beefs.
Let's do it.
NFT fake beefs.
Let's do it.
I already
No,
know.
man.
I already know what's gonna happen right now.
I appreciate you guys coming
Thank
on,
you
man.
for
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you for
it.
inviting, bro. We
Uh,
appreciate banquets.
Yeah.
Nice
yeah,
whiskey.
banquets.
Definitely.
Look, I think if this episode would go on another hour, that
Oh,
bottle
dude,
would be
that
done.
would've been gone.
No, yeah. It'll be gone before you guys leave. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You guys have to drive. Oh no, he's your driver.
He does. I'm good.
I'm the
Oh, there you
chauffeur.
go. Well,
Thank you.
there you have it, you guys. I'll put all the show notes down below where you guys can follow these guys. But it's pretty much Rambling Alcoholics everywhere. The
Mhm.
Rambling
Yeah,
Network.
pretty much.
Everywhere, buy some merch.
Yeah, buy some merch for sure.
buy
And
the
there's
merch.
also Talking Game podcast merch, but whatever.
Buy his merch too. Ram Army, buy the merch. Hey, buy the merch.
Buy the merch. Adios, you guys. Take care. Make sure you guys follow,
guys.
do all that good stuff.
Laugh a little
Drink
bit.
responsibly.
Yeah. Hosted by Fidel. Tell it like it is, only tell it real. Live every Tuesday, you know the deal. We talking again. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. We talking again. Come on. We live.